and I'm just trying to kind of squeak through the crowd and not get pointed out by one of those people that does the creepy scream.
consciousazine.com Chronicles.
Okay guys, oh, is the sound on? Yeah. Okay, well, I don't have much battery, and it's raining hard, so I'm just in my tent. I'm just gonna see which one I want to whack over. I think I want to do the organic portal stout. I hope you can hear me, because there's a lot of rain. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Where are we? Here. This is what I want to do. The organic portal Soulless stare. I did just recently shoot a video, gang stalking handlers, demonic facials, where I went through low level, medium level, and like strong demons. But this one is like specifically just on the stare. Like I've done another video on the organic portal cough. God, that's annoying. And I know Kuno Baraba, that channel, he's done one on the cough too, and like I said in that video, it should have been the first video I ever shot, because it's actually something that happens quite a lot. So if you're an outsider, so to speak, looking in, don't know what organic portal is, and you're like, are you seriously saying some people are just soulless because the way they look at you and that they cough? Yes, that is what we are saying. If I spelled stare wrong, I don't know. Who cares right now? You know what I mean. When you look at someone, they stare at you. And this cough, yeah, look, yeah, people cough. I've coughed before, yeah? I've also had a cold and a flu, and you cough, but there's something different about what they do. They're not sick, they're not got the cold or flu symptoms, they're just coughing. It's like an energy cough, and a brunt energy, auric field penetration, and getting your attention grabbing. Where attention goes, energy flows. And, you know, I went over hand movements as well. You know, that people call that street theatre. Maybe I'm going to do a lot of visual videos to visualize these hand movements and so on. And colours and sounds come off when they do the hand movements. You can watch Dave Crow, Brick Lane dubstep beatbox, and he goes, at some point in his little beatbox routine, he goes, now watch my hand, you're going to see colours and blah blah blah, and it's true. So the same goes with, you know, the demons, who are very ancient demons coming through these organic portals. Anyway, let's get into this video specifically. What have I said here? You can feel the energy on you instead of feeling a kind of lovely, magical energy, a type of psychedelic eros, lovely, cosmic giggling namaste playful feeling of a souled human. The organic portal energy you will sense will be abhorrent vibration. However, there are, like Jezebel is a good one to bring up. Like, there are organic portal women who exude a lot of sexual energy, and they're actually like sirens or they're Jezebels, and there's other names. And so they can exude a type of Eros energy almost, and it can get confusing. That's why I'm making all these videos. We hope to unconfuse and untie some knots. But anyway, the organic portal always has a very abhorrent vibration. They're very dense beings. They're made out of denser stuff than us, as Terence McKenna said. I call it the huzz, a huzz of disturbing vibrations, or an abhorrent vibration. And heat. I notice heat will accompany it, and tightening feelings of the viscera of your body, pain, energies on your nervous system, blocking, and you will feel more dense. Blocking of your meridians, so on and so forth. Your chakras will stop spinning if they are powerful enough, and they'll actually freeze you to the surface. They're trying to make you soulless. They're trying to make you just the body. Okay, that's like what they're trying to do. It's a surface virus, and it's trying to jump from nervous system to nervous system. Notice that they have to look at you. Notice they have to look at you. Notice they have to look at you, and they demand you look at them. This is an OP. These are organic portal demons. Because they sense you, your vibration pierces them. It alerts the matrix hive mind. So they fully sense you, and they look, and they stare sometimes. And it's like a jaw drop stare, but not just a surprise jaw drop. It's like they're in horror. They're like, whoa, this person's awake, and they give you a look of horror. It's amazing. So that's what we're talking about here. It's like this look of horror. It's very strange, and it's the demons, okay, inside them, so to speak. So what I've noticed is they demand you look at them. You must make eye contact. I don't. I hate looking at people. I'm minding my own business. I don't care what you're doing. Yeah, I'm interested sometimes. People do cool things in this world. You know, I don't know, like they have cool skills and stuff, yes. But that's not what we're talking about. You know, you have a little look and, you look at someone, but they stare. It's like, oh, that's it, that movie The Shining. Actually, I have not watched that whole movie, but I've seen excerpts from that movie. And the excerpts where they point the finger, it's called The Shining, I'm pretty sure that movie, isn't it? And they point the finger, and they go, oh, like they make this sound. That's basically what exactly happens. They stare at you, and there is a frequency they let off. They are like, I think it might be the server ones. I made a video, what are organic portal server people? Well, they're like servers of the matrix, like servers of the internet. They serve packets of information, like that goes to your HTML browser for your internet browsing experience. The servers, yes? Well, there's servers of the matrix. And I'm pretty sure it's these guys that do the stare as well. Also, they'll lift the head, the 2-inch head tilt, onto the telepathic grid, because they're telepathic, they're going to the morphogenic field. Hey, alert! There's some, like, heightened vibration here. There's a disturbance in our groupthink field, our hive mind. That's essentially what's going on, and they stare as well sometimes. But they demand you look at them sometimes, and when they demand you look at them, it's either a server or just a full-on archon coming through them. And the archons will really do this. Yeah, you get reptilians, they'll try and put you in fear and do a bit of staring. But notice the difference in all these little staring differences. And it's only really those. Grey aliens don't really even do it. Like, if you have an avian alien, they don't really do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really down to the reptilians and mainly the archons, which I've said, in my opinion, are the most humanoid form of a reptile. Because there's many reptilian alien species, so to speak. I do not believe in physical aliens from Zenebel Canusi. Currently, I think we are the height of creation. I think they are numinous identities re-entering timelines, essentially. That's why you have all these starseed people going, oh, I'm a Pleiadian, I'm a this, I'm a that, okay? Because these are our energies from the future. Because our soul and our higher self is much more than this body, and we have incarnations. Anyway, this gives them power over you if you look at them as well. Don't even look at them. I've said this before, and it's very well discovered in science. Yeah, you Scientologists, lol. No, but just in science. Yeah, I like the methodology of science. I just give you guys a hard time because it's a surface way of seeing reality. I want you to look deeper than science and fact, and it's lagging. So anyway, in science, they've actually, you can read about how people with ADHD, such as myself, and it's not a made-up disease, I live with ADHD, it's attention dialed to higher dimensions, ADHD, attention dialed to higher dimensions. I forgot who made that saying, it was not Dolores Cannon, I think it was another lady. Anyway, in science, they've got articles you can read that ADHD kids and ADD kids need to look away from you to think, and that's indeed what I do. And I remember years ago when I was going through that stage of passing the matrix, because you have stages of passing the matrix. You level up. It's like a game. It's very interesting, because this does not happen to me anymore. What used to happen was I used to look away from people in conversation, and this was when the vibration was even lower than it is now, and the mold, the cast mold of the matrix was much more hardened, or the dark veil on Earth was much more dark and hardened a few years ago. We're piercing that veil now, but when that veil and the mold of the matrix was harder, I remember I used to look away from people, and then they would like do this. They would look at me like they'd either they wouldn't stare at me so much like what I'm trying to give this demonic stare. That would happen a bit too, but they would basically like think there's something wrong with me. This is just the matrix mind over people, whether they're an organic portal or an inured souled human or a negative souled human. These three types basically would all behave the same. They'd wonder why I was looking away at them. And in the fashion they thought I was lying. When I wasn't. I was just checking my internal references. Okay, and this, you can read about this in science on ADD kids even. That we need to look away to think, basically. And that makes sense, because if I'm looking at you, I'm taking in your information. If I look away, I'm going within, okay? So don't give them the power. Try not to even notice them, okay? Because they try to street theatre and get your attention. And yeah, you give them energy. Oh yeah, this is another little tip. I've heard other people in the spiritual movement say this. You give energy to it if you talk about it. So I'm not saying stop talking about 9/11. But what I'm saying is stop giving energy to, like, if you don't want Trump to be president, don't even discuss the moron. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want something to be in the world, don't give energy to it. Hence why I really want you to like my videos, because it is a voting system, and then you're giving me energy. Or are you going to go like, I don't want to bash Trump, but you know, are you going to go like Trump's videos? You know what I mean? Are you going to like the picture of the pretty girl posting her face every 2 days and create the world where we have an organic portal surface world where if you don't look good, you're dismissed? That's the kind of world you're creating with liking pretty girls' pictures instead of informational posts. So just watch where every vote you cast is an energy vote for the type of world you want to see. If you use their currency, the dollar, then you empower the dollar. Okay? Oh yeah, and this is another final point I'm going to end on quickly. I only have 15-minute brackets on screencast here. We've got another minute. They have a problem with you without you ever meeting them. You'll find organic portals do this the most. However, negative-souled humans are just as wound up in this. Inured-souled humans, not as much. Robotic portals will work with the OPs and negative-souled humans. It's like they're more aware than the organic portals, not the robotoids, but the androids, the new updatable robotic portals. They're very mischievous, and they're for your downfall, those ones. Yeah, so, they'll have a problem with you without even ever have met you. I don't really care what you look like, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't have a problem with you until you really make a problem. But they seem to initiate problem with you for no reason. Yeah, they might be a naive human focused on physical appearance, like an inured-souled human maybe will do it. But it's much more an organic portal, robotic portal, negative-souled.
And I'm just trying to kind of squeak through the crowd and not get pointed out by one of those people that does the creepy scream.